Irma is slamming the entire state of Florida.
You're watching continuous coverage of Hurricane Irma.
It's been incredible to just see how the conditions here have intensified over the past 2 hours.
I can tell you within about the last 15 minutes, the wind here has picked up tremendously.
Now this morning, US 1 was flooded with 3 to 4 feet of water.
As this storm continues to move forward, these are the kind of conditions we're anticipating to have through late tonight.
It's so crazy. I've never seen anything like this, and I'm a Floridian.
Just right here on the pavement are a couple of little baby birds, and I know given how much people potentially could lose, I know that that's not necessarily something that people might be worrying about right now, but call me an old softy. It's something that's obviously concerning. We can see them right down here on the ground. I don't know what kind of birds they are.
Thanks for joining us and trusting us to bring you the very latest on the storm. Let's get right to severe weather expert Jeff Baradelli with the very latest on Irma.
All right, so we have this is some ferocious wave action. This is today, so this is just probably a few minutes ago or so. You can see how those winds are coming in right now. It blowing, gusting every once in a while past 80 miles an hour along our beaches. So this is what the surf looks like right now. You don't often see our surf look that white. It's basically just white everywhere. And take a look at this downtown shot. It's from our Kravis cam, and those gusts and those bands are moving through with quite a bit of ferocity. Again, the winds are gusting to 80 miles an hour right now in parts of Palm Beach County. Look at this, 79 West Palm Beach, 79 in Delray Beach. A little bit less on the Treasure Coast so far, 69 in Hobe Sound, 67 in Boca, although I can tell you there have been wind gusts in some parts of Boca over 80 miles an hour. We've seen quite a bit of damage there.
The police department warning people to stay inside, telling everyone how dangerous the situation is right now. Earlier this morning, emergency crews responded to a tree that fell on a home with an elderly couple inside. This happened in Martin County. Take a look at this picture here. You can see just that tree completely toppled over. The good news here, that couple is doing just fine right now. They were able to be taken out of that house and taken to an emergency shelter.
Well, right now we are monitoring the roads as those feeder bands move in. Meteorologist Kate Wenzel has been in Storm Tracker 12 all day and evening. Right now, she's in Jupiter. Are you in Jupiter right now, Kate?
Yeah, Liz, you got it right. We are in Jupiter. In fact, we're on US 1. We're headed southbound. We're right in the middle of the road, and there's not any cars out here. Actually, just as I said that, I saw one guy headed north. But as you can see, these large tree branches down across US 1, so basically impassable at this point.
561-882-0859. Right now, when we put that number on the screen, we get a huge influx of calls. So if you're going to call right now and you can't get through, just keep on trying. We will get to you.
Remember, we've been talking to you about the possibility of tornadoes here with this cell. So the tornado warning is from Deerfield Beach to Boca Raton to Delray Beach to West Delray to West Boca to West Boynton, all the way to 441, Boynton Beach, all the way up to Green Acres. That's the tornado warning box. Let me read you what the National Weather Service says. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located 7 miles east of Pompano Beach. It's probably on the beach right now because it's moving at 90 miles an hour. It's moving northwest at 90 miles an hour. That's a live shot of Marco Island as the eye wall begins to move on shore. And just blinding rain and obviously some very strong winds as Hurricane Irma. And look at that boat. Look at that boat on the lift there swaying back and forth. That's how strong the winds are with this storm. You don't see that happening very often, that's for sure. So that's one of our storm chasers live right now in Marco Island as the eye wall begins to move on shore.
I want to show you a new issue, though. See all this water behind me? This is the first evidence of storm surge. It is coming in from Biscayne Bay, which is just a block in that direction. The storm surge is now flowing into this strait, and it's rushing along as the wind pushes it along, which of course is what storm surge is all about. Storm surge is especially a worry along the coasts of Florida, and in many cases those areas are only a couple of feet above sea level on average. Flooding is going to be one of many major worries.
We've got, our live crews out all over the place. So we've got several different vantage points of cameras showing the weather. Kate Wenzel, I believe, is out in a storm tracker vehicle. So we'll be hearing from her in a little bit. All right, here's some Boca video right now. And you'll notice, looks like off of somebody's porch or patio. And, you know, we're in this area because we're trying to see if we can't spot the tornado. The winds whipping the palm fronds around. We've got a lot of rain coming in sideways, heavy rain, visibility reduced. Again, this is the Boca Raton area in that tornado-warned area until 2:45 this afternoon.
So we jumped on Indiantown Road. We're just past the Intercoastal, just west, and this is what people are going to see when they wake up tomorrow morning. This is the Boston Market here, if you're familiar with this. It's about the 200 block or so of Indiantown Road. Here's a very large palm tree. This palm tree probably about 10, I'm going to guess like 20 or 30 feet, but take a look at this. Just snapped right here at the roots. And I can tell you, my photographer Wally and I spent the afternoon here, and that wind was ferocious. It was powerful, and it was mean. And this is what that wind could do. Just taking a palm tree like this, a massive palm tree, maybe 20, 30 feet, ripping it in half.
The real issue is that building way back there, the building right down there at the end. If you look up at the roof, you can see something sticking up on top of the roof. Now that is either roofing materials or a tarp they placed over the roof, but whatever that is, I think that's actually the roof that just kind of buckled. I don't know exactly what happened. I just talked to the mayor of Riviera Beach. I talked to the police chief of Riviera Beach. They didn't know exactly what happened either, but the bottom line is there was roof damage here. Water got inside the building, inside the apartments, and there was an electrical fire.
I want to show you the bay right over here because this just speaks to the power of Hurricane Irma. This would normally be a lot more water. If you take a look over there, if we come left a little bit, that should be underwater. If you look at the docks over here, you look how low the water is. That's because so much of the bay has been sucked out so far by this storm. And when all that comes back in the surge, it is going to be a big problem. Wow. Woo! Very, very strong winds, and it's probably not too good to be out here. We're going to get back in the vehicle.
We have had dozens of reports that transformers have been blowing out everywhere. CBS 12's Chris Jones is live in Lake Park with an active scene there. Chris?
Yeah, you guys are looking at it live right now. We are at US 1 in Park Avenue. And I think you can see what we can see, and that is, it looks like a palm tree up against a transformer. Can you see the flame, guys, as it's sparking up right there? Because there it goes. It's starting to catch on fire.
Chris, we can definitely see it. And,
yeah, it's against
my concern is that it's going to jump and go somewhere else because you can see the embers coming off of it.
Right. The embers are going away from us, but... yeah, it's pressed against that power line, and the power line is bowed, and the transformer, we've been watching it here for probably about 20, 25 minutes, and for a while there, it looked like the transformer and the tree were charged, like sparks, not sparks, but an electrical current. There we go. All right, it's starting to catch on fire as we speak. Probably Florida Power and Light. I don't know if somebody in the newsroom could maybe give them a call. Probably be a good idea.
We might want to call the fire department.
Call the fire department also, yeah. I mean, my biggest concern is that those embers are going to travel somewhere else and spark something else we have to worry about. This needs to get clamped down now.
Do we have someone in the newsroom calling the fire department?
Yeah, I'd call the fire department.
Yeah, somebody in the newsroom. So the good news is the sheriff is here. They're standing by.
Okay.
My guess is that they've got that they've been on the phone with somebody. So they pulled up just moments ago. And that was a pretty scary moment, guys, because they were pulling right underneath this power pole. They kind of stopped to look at us, and my photographer, Jay Hancock, screamed at them to just keep rolling so that there wasn't any issues.
Breaking news now out of Riviera Beach. A car fire possibly started from a downed power line. Let's go live right now to Michael Butchner, who joins us now with the very latest. Michael?
Yeah, hey guys, this is a really serious situation. We just pulled up here. There is a massive fire here. We're on Blue Heron Boulevard here, just east of 95. The wind is blowing the smoke at us. I'm not sure if you could see the flames. We're hearing explosions off in the distance. I believe, there you go. Take a look at those flames here. This is massive. So listen. So these firefighters are not only dealing with this fire here, but now they're dealing with the winds that are just blowing this fire. We're not exactly sure what started this. Wow, it's erupting really quickly. Look at this black smoke, and it's blowing right at us. So it came in, I understand from our assignment desk, this came in as a call of a car fire. And as you can, wow, there's explosions. As you can see, it's just erupting into something really, really big here because the wind is blowing really fast. We're back at a distance here on Blue Heron. I believe this is Industrial Drive. Several fire crews are out here at the moment dealing with this, but as you can imagine, it's the issue here is the wind, the strong winds that are obviously fanning this fire. So right now you can't see it because it's blowing at us. Hang on a second. The smoke is really, really, really heavy. It's almost like a blackout condition here. You okay, Wally? Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep my mouth over my jacket. But there's something that is on fire back there, and the flames are just growing in the last minute or so that we've been here. Take a look. I could tell you I could feel the heat from where we're standing, and there it goes again. Take a look. I'm not sure exactly what's back there. There's a Marathon gas station right here at Industrial Drive. This is all occurring behind it. And we keep hearing explosions off in the distance here. Several fire crews are here. Now you hear them. Sounds like they're cutting something almost, the firefighters.
Well, Michael, we can hear you and see your pictures.
I wish we had more information to share with you, but
we can see the flames ramping up very quickly. You saying this started as a car fire. Is it possible that this is now ignited onto something else, a structure maybe?
That looks like a lot of
this
fire.
could be. I believe the information we got from our assignment desk was that there was a car fire, possibly a power line had started this. This is turning into something quite enormous. And again, the wind, wow, you can see how the wind is just erupting. It's causing this to spread so quickly.
Michael, you're exactly right.
And these flames are growing. We're about a block away. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You're exactly right. I see the email that you're talking about. It's a vehicle fire, and they think it's because of a downed power line on Industrial Drive and West Blue Heron Boulevard in Riviera Beach. So that seems to be what started it.
Now, Michael, you were saying from your vantage point.
Yeah, this fire in the last.
You were saying from your vantage point, Michael, it's extremely windy, and you can actually feel the heat from as far back as where you are?
Yeah, I could tell you, we got here maybe, I don't know, about 5 minutes ago, and there was a small fire, and the wind was just kicking up like it's been all night, and now this fire is growing quickly. So you see what's happened here. I believe the wind is blowing the smoke, so you can't really see the flames, or it's fanning the flames there. Flames now, it's just going to erupt. Here comes more firefighters, I see. At some point, it may not be safe for us to be here anymore. We'll determine. I'm sure law enforcement will move us. There you go. Listen to that. Look at those flames. There's something back there that keeps exploding too and erupting. Not quite sure what it is.
John Evanson joins us along I-95 where signs are bent and damaged.
Well, I normally wouldn't be standing right in the middle of I-95 under any circumstances. The wind is still coming north here from Hurricane Irma. I'm right before the PGA Boulevard exits down there. Look at the damage Irma caused here on the highway. This massive sign, Palm Beach State College and Nova Southeastern University will need a new sign to tell people where to exit for their campuses. This is a massive sign. I don't know if you could see this or understand how big this sign is on television, but come around here and I'll show you how amazing this is and how forceful Irma was along this stretch. Completely bent metal there, the sign just collapsing over the interstate. Look down there, Don, if you could, the metal mountings, I guess you would call that. Just the metal just got ripped right off of that concrete mounting, I should say, and the sign was toast from there and just kind of twisted around from there and bent that metal so the sign would fall over the interstate here. So I'm sure this is one of many examples of cleanup tomorrow. We see a lot of trees over the roads in people's neighborhoods and on side streets, but here on I-95, I'm sure there'll be plenty more signs to to get back up or to be replaced.
CBS 12's meteorologist Kate Wenzel is experiencing it firsthand. She is now driving right now. Kate, where are you at?
Yeah, we are in Jupiter. We're still right along the beach right here on A1A, and I wanted to feel what it was like to drive in these winds. I will say things are calming down a little bit, but just a little bit. All right, I'm going to have photojournalist Steve Shelb. He's going to face the camera forward to give you an idea of what we are looking at in Storm Tracker 12. And there you can see the rain has let up a little bit. Here we come up to some palm fronds on the ground right there, some trees blowing, and we've seen some big branches down across. Here's some more road debris, and let's go ahead and show the folks at home our back rear view. That's what we're dealing with, and so yeah, just kind of interesting out here again to see that sideways wind. Steve, let's go ahead and put the front view on, and there you can see the trees out here right along the ocean blowing in the wind. That rain, you know, with the bright lights on the truck and the rain coming in horizontal, it almost resembles snow flurries. And I grew up outside of Cleveland, so I certainly know what snow flurries look like.
But we're standing here on Juniper Drive, this in the North Palm Beach neighborhood. Behind me here, this is the base of once was a tree. Let me, Wally, back up and let me get out of the way so we can show you here. That was some perspective. Take a look at this. This is a massive tree here that has been simply just ripped out of the ground. You can see its roots here. What's interesting about its roots here, those roots weren't too deep for a tree that was so big, but you can see here, I stand about 6 feet tall or so. So if you take a look, when I stand next to it here, you can see it's about almost 7 feet or so. Pretty large here. So take a look. You can see where it was ripped out. Let me take you around to this side so you can kind of get an understanding here. Here is the base of the tree, the root stem of the tree, where it's been ripped out. This tree now laying literally at the front door of this home here. Neighbors telling me that they don't even think the homeowner is here. But this tree looks like maybe took some of the gutter down. You can see there where I'm shining the light, Wally. I don't know if you could show that. Maybe impacted part of the gutter there.
The most severe gust as it's pushing through. You can see the water. You can't even see 50 yards anymore to our right. The amount of water that's being pushed along the street and filling up here, and we're in we understand one of the higher areas here in downtown Naples. The water in other parts of the neighborhoods that we were able to survey this morning and throughout the day yesterday have to be an incredibly dangerous situation. The good news, as we've reported over the last day, is that many of the people here in Naples evacuated this area. We didn't see but a handful of people out and about throughout the day yesterday. So that is a good sign, because what is left behind, as you mentioned, it's just property. And the intensity of it and the flooding in this situation, remember, this part of Naples is surrounded by water on all sides.